That was very, very, very weird. So, I'll put the screen back on here in a second. So what happened was, Amazon delivered the wrong parcel, wrong package, meant for my neighbor. So, sorry about that. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, Amazon delivered the wrong package. They misread the number, and I was like, really? Guys, you had all this time. You had all this time to figure out the correct apartment. So, I was like, this feels like pet food. So I walk it over. Turns out it's actually one of the guys with the little doggies that in the neighborhood. So, he was appreciative. Alright. I'm just surprised they were home, honestly. Where were we? It's the most popular candy store on the boardwalk. My family and I would always stop by right before our long drive home. After a long day of swimming, walking, and fun in the sun, a maximum sugar overdrive was a perfect way to end the day. They would give me a fistful of dollars and cut me loose. Whoa! They just let you in? They just let you get whatever you wanted? Oh man, I wish I had your parents. Aw, cute. I could see a little Augie here running around and stuffing candy in his face. Well, I was a cute kid. Not so cute when overdosing on sweets, though. Both Naomi and Teo laughed heartily. I mean, they didn't exactly give me Fort Knox to blow on snacks, but it was still a nice little reward at the end of the day. And as I am a creature of habit, I would always get the saltwater taffy, year after year. It's just the best feeling, munching on taffy while watching the waves crash in the sand. Naomi suddenly gasps, interrupting my recollection. What? Is it What? Is it Naomi? Or what is it, Naomi? That's a weird... No, it was a weird typo. They have Conpeto! I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is that a good thing? It's the best thing. They sell these little traditional Japanese sugar candies that look like stars. They're my absolute favorite. Every time my mother would visit family in Japan, she'd bring me some. But it's been years. She squeals excitedly and runs over to a little stand that has a cute assortment of pastel sugar stars. We follow suit and make our way next to Naomi. Teo picks up a bag and brings it closer to his face, examining them. Okay, these are quite possibly the cutest candies I've ever seen. And they're so sweet. Aw, Naomi, nothing is sweeter than you. And that's a fact. Whoa! That's not entirely true. I have to agree with Teo on that. No one has brought me more impromptu lunches at work than you. Aw, thank you, but these candies are still the sweetest. You should both taste these, by the way. I just know you'll love them. Teo and I agree with the nod of our heads, and Naomi turns around happily with an armful of candy and treats. Like a dragon with her hoard, she heads toward the register when a kid runs smack into her. In a colorful explosion, candy spills everywhere, and Naomi falls over backwards. I instinctively go to help Naomi up, but out of the corner of my eye, I see the kid who bumped into her swiping candies off the floor and pocketing them. Hey! It's a classic move. We see it all the time with tickets and tokens. And, like the arcade, this is no different. It's so overused. Teo even sees it. He elbows me and points it out to my attention. But this is not my store and this is not my job. Should I step in or let it slide? No, you're like, dude, no, you're not gonna get away with this. I mean, that's probably a gutsy thing. I know it's not my job, but if some brat did that at the Funplex and I didn't notice, I would want someone to do something about it. Plus, stealing candy is the worst possible crime. Save for, like, murder or Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so there are a bunch... Okay, so there's a lot more awful crimes. But this one takes the cake, so to speak. Hey, kid, turn on your pockets. Really? What do you want? I ain't doing nothing. I saw you stuff all those candies in your pockets. Look at them bulging. You're not tricking anyone. The kid looks at you like they want to say something, but by now the cashier is here too, and the kid turns out his pockets. There was a lot more in there than what they just got from the spill. With more tact than I could probably muster, the cashier tells them to kindly exit the sandy bar, and the kid complies. Cashier and I exchange knowing glances. We are one and the same. Well, after that excitement, I'm ready to relax on the beach and eat some of this candy. Me too. Me 3. But I can't leave quite yet. There's still one more thing I must do. I need to get some saltwater taffy. It's a Lobo family boardwalk tradition, after all. Oh yeah, we can't break tradition. Although if we do, I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex... I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex beach tradition with you. Teo, please! This is one important decision, delicious decision that Augie has to make. And the only correct answer would be for him to choose cotton candy. Cotton candy flavored taffy? Really? I would not joke about something as serious as this. But it's like sickeningly sweet. Uh-oh, what happened to my things? It's like sickening, I cannot say that word. Sickeningly sweet. Sickening. I don't know why I can't say it. Sickeningly. Wow, this word is stumbling me. Sickeningly sweet. I don't think I've ever used that word before. Sickeningly. Even I can't handle it, and I can handle a truckload of sweet. What would you choose then? Buttered popcorn, obviously. I like a little salty with my sweet. That's sacrilege. I'm more of a purist. Getting in fight over taffy flavors is not necessary. Both of them taste great, but I already know what I'm going home with. What is that, Augie? Both of those flavors kind of suck. Grab bag! Just like I've always gotten, an assortment of flavors is the best way to go. You get a little bit of everything. I just love all the different kinds of taffy. I can't pick just one. Nothing wrong with that choice. Then you can always throw away the cotton candy ones. Teo, I think you meant to say the buttered popcorn ones. Clearly, they take their candy seriously. I think that about covers it. Shall we blow this popsicle stand? They have popsicles? Once again, Naomi's got her arms filled to the brim with candy, and she nods enthusiastically. Teo's picked out some of his favorites, too. We each take our turns in line, and before we know it, we are happily carrying our stash with us onto the boardwalk. Oh, I almost forgot. She stops abruptly, digs through her bag for a moment, and pulls out the conpeto. Oh yeah, I've been wanting one slice since you pointed them out. Naomi opens the bag, and both Teo and I pick one out, popping the sugar stars in our mouths. Both of us smile wide, enjoying the sugary goodness. Oh, that is so yummy. For real, Naomi, this is like my new favorite candy. Wow, it is very good. Maybe next time at the Sandy Bar, I'll get some of these instead of the taffy. Next time I'm here. Because with the Funplex riding high in the world, I bet we can afford it next time. Aw, thanks for introducing me to a whole new world of flavor, Naomi. Anytime, Teo. Maybe I can change your mind. Maybe if I can change your mind on candy, I can convince you to dance a little bit lighter on Showtime stage. That cabinet is delicate. Aw, but then I wouldn't see you so much on the floor. True. I've got my candy haul, so my work here is done. I got places to be, and I want to spend some time taking in the breeze. I need to clear my senses of sugar, too. We'll catch up with it later, Augie. Okay, once alone, I open my bag of saltwater taffy, pick one out, and eat it. I let the taste fully consume me. This is a perfect vacation. Alright, now, the deal is I've only got time to hang out with one more person, I think, just like it was for the beginning of Chapter 5. So, just for anybody watching, for the people at home, right now, Ashley and Percy are my top 2. But I mean, as you saw, everyone's pretty high up there. I would say Gavin, at this moment, Gavin and Queen Bee are currently my lowest. Teo was also on the same tier with them, and I did not get any Teo points right now. So, it becomes a question of, do I want to get some Gavin points, some Ashley points, some Queen Bee points, or some Percy points? I mean, I think I just answered my own question. Hey, Percy. Hey, Queen Bee. Sitting on some benches just outside our fried dough stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously? You've never had this stuff before? not much carne chow in England, I'm afraid, and this is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. Wait, you can't eat this, right? I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. You're not gonna explode? It's not an issue of artery congestion. Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat will not be the tipping point. Hey. Aki, join us. There's no way we can eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settle in to pick at the delicious fried dough just like I used to have back when we came here regularly. So, Percy and I were talking shop. Even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some input, you know? You see, our Moopyaholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer.
Don't think so.
It's not that I don't believe it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. What job is? If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk-averse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk. No risk, no reward. Yeah, at any moment it could all come crashing down and I end up living in my parents' basement again, but I have to fight for my future. Just like Augie, he was an unemployed bum before finding the Funplex. Nowhere to go but up. Hey now. It's not like I was living under a bridge. Opportunity knocked and I answered. I didn't plan any of this. Not like I was living under a bridge. Opportunity knocked and I answered. Well, it wasn't really opportunity. It was a thing in my phone, and me just saying, let's go for it. I mean, that definitely was kind of a gutsier move, I feel. It's not like I was living under a bridge. I wasn't exactly calling a cardboard box home and selling matches to passing strangers to survive the cold, cold winters. I was between jobs, sure, but I could have taken other opportunities, including one at Juniper's office. And you didn't. You chose the Funplex. Or maybe the Funplex chose you, but look, that's not my point. I'm not saying my path is for everyone, abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride. It does take a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. I'm not sure if I agree with that, Percy. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly society does not reward its due. Oh, Percy, then will you be the one to satisfy? Whoa. Okay, that's not what. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. Sadly, society does not reward its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. Well, it's their own kind of risk, right? They're taking the risk of sticking with that job and not trying something else. It's survivalship bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think that they can make it too. But those success stories are a percent of a percent of a percent. And what happens later in life to the sports hero who abandoned all other paths? They become sportscasters. What skills do you fall back on when your window closes? You become a sportscaster. You've succeeded so far, Queen Bee, but remember not too long ago when you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the street?
Wow.
I wouldn't say terrified. It was more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stock in off hours. Why not consider a day job with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
No way.
No. No way, no how. Fist of Discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game, at the top of the game, if I'm also flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intensive training. You can't get around the time investment, but you can make it pay double. And that's where the streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's win-win. I suppose I can see the need for a time investment, yes, but it's not like streaming revenues are stable. Perhaps Augie can settle this. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets and find balance? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Oh, man. I mean, I definitely feel this. I feel both of them. I totally feel both of them. It's like, if you've got something, if it's going for you, then of course you're going to try and, make it work for you as much as you can. But at the same time, you've got to have, long-term goals in mind. It's like, okay, you've got to, assuming that we have solvency in a few years, I'm still going to need some kind of a retirement plan in the future. And obviously I wish you could do both. It's not that I've got no idea. I like both ideas. If I had to choose one, though, I would have to lean towards Percy's, because you always need to take your chances, but sometimes, again, like Francine said, it's about choosing, it's about knowing when to bargain or something like that. It's about when you have to make decisions, about when you have to compromise. And so you want to find ways to better yourself, and so obviously money, fame, that stuff is important, but, security is also a nice thing, for sure. And, they can go hand in hand. It's two sides of the same coin. I'm just talking out of my butt now. I can see Percy's side of it. You can't completely avoid risk, but you can calculate them. Approaching your life with a mindful strategy to get what you want and stay safe? Safety, where's the glory in that? Now, love, nothing wrong with being cautious. It's like playing a control-oriented character in Fist, yes? Plotting your moves, conserving your momentum, staying firmly in charge of your own destiny. You see, that's a nice spin on it, because she's an aggro-style player. So, I'm not saying to aim for the top, but you don't have, I'm not saying to not aim for the top, but you don't have to be in such a hurry. Okay, I get it, sure. I'll get where I want to be, and you'll get your high score. It's inevitable, no matter how fast or slow. I almost point out that Percy doesn't actually have enough time for the slow path, but I'm not gonna bring down the mood. With the neglected funnel cake cooling off, the three of us focus on putting away our sugar rewards after that. We're each walking different paths here, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. That's kind of what I was saying. Oh boy, guys, it's choosy time. Oh no. The rest of the afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun has gone down and Flotsam is a calmer place. A more chill vibe, as the day's manic energy is long since spent. It is also clear that the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back to regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Some are talking about checking out the nightlife scene around here, and some just want to relax in their hotel rooms. And some are heading back to the city, leaving me alone for a moment with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. There's only one thing that could improve it. A risk. A daydream, but maybe one worth taking. I happen to know a few things about dreams lately. Beep beep, Boggy. I know, Iris. You want me to ask someone on a date. Only if you want to. That's right. I know I was kind of pushy earlier, I'm sorry. Yeah, a little bit. You were a little pushy earlier. I think you were more... Oh, my gosh.